All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Jeff, Mark.
Hello.
We're going to be doing some work on this today. We have the cluster back, but there is some issues with it. They forgot to give us a piece of it. So we're going to still install it, make sure it works, and then take it back out. And then first, though, we're going to get this TPMS module from Fur Parts. So if you got anything you need from Fur Parts, Ferrari, Maserati, Lamborghini, give them a call. They'll help you out. So like I said, we got this from Fur Parts. So we're going to go ahead and install this. And this is an updated version. The original one, I guess, is not made anymore. So this is a different part number from the original one, but it looks the same and everything. Hopefully it functions the same. But this is 2012 458. I don't know if there's a difference in the years or anything on these, so always check your parts manual. And like I said, Fur Parts will probably help you out with that. So we're going to go ahead and install this. It's installed on the driver's side footwell, so we have to take some stuff apart over there to get access to it. In the manual, this does not really explain where it's at. It is very difficult. They explain where all the other sensors are at, but this one, they just kind of got a little illustration. There's not an actual picture, but I have a video where this is actually located. It's under the footwell, behind the brake pedal on the 458. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now, take that apart. All right, so you gotta remove the dead man here. This has been modified, so this has been aftermarket. So this has gotta come off, and then this carpet's gotta come out. And I'm just gonna fold it back because I don't wanna have to take this whole other liner apart. It's kind of be difficult, but this carpet's got to be taken loose right here, and like I said, that's a
it's a 3.
I think it's a 3. So take that out, and then we're gonna take this dead man, which is I think a 4 or 5.
You want me to get the 4, Jeff?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm not going to try to remove this dead man right now. Pull that carpet back, kind of fold it underneath the pedal, which is kind of stiff. And then there's a number 8 screw here, up here, and I think there's another one over here somewhere. Those have to come out, and then this panel comes up, and I believe the TPMS module is behind here. So I took this out a while back. He's been driving it without it, so if I remember, it's right underneath this panel. So we're going to go ahead, like I said, take this off and get access to that, which I'm going to have to get a longer extension on that. All right. All right, so we've got this panel loose here. There's 4 screws. Oh, you get the light.
Yeah, I get the light here. Freaking hell.
Yeah. There's 2 on the side here, 1 in that corner, and 1 underneath this carpet down here. So this one here is kind of hidden. And then there's another module you can see right here. I don't know what it is. I can't see it. It's attached, so you can't really pull this panel out, but you can kind of fold it back, and then you can see where the TPMS module attaches to the back wall. There's these 2 screws right here. That's where it attaches, and then there's the harness right there. So we're going to go ahead and install that, and then show what it looks like installed. All right, so we took the panel off. This module here is attached to the back of the panel, so I couldn't disconnect it very well. So I took the screws out. It's mounted on the panel, kind of like this. This is a TPM harness here, and then there's another module back here. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a computer or some sort of board. You can see the hookup right there. I mean, I guess we could look it up by the part number there and see what that is. But anyway, a TPMS mounts this framework right here, and then I've got to swing this arm down here because that's latched. So I'm going to have to use both hands here because I was trying to do this a while ago with that panel installed. And like I said, this is not the easiest access to get to. It kind of just push it in, and it kind of wants to lock itself in, hopefully.
Here you go.
There it goes. And that's it. So now it's locked in there. The one side is slotted. Put it in there. These screws here, I'm going to put my extension.
Yeah, that light, Jeff. It's kind of a bad camera. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So maybe that's a little better.
Try to get this in there. Like I said, you got to have long arms for this. Take this, just kind of get a little bit of a snug. Alright, that's in there. Nice and tight. Everything's hooked up. So we'll go ahead and put this back on the panel there and reinstall this carpet and everything. So we'll show you that here in a second. We'll get that other panel. You got that, Mark?
I do.
Here, just I'll grab the light here if you want. Alright, so here's the panel here. It's upside down. So this kind of goes like this.
And the other one mounts to the back of it.
And this one mounts to the back of it. Let's see. Kind of got to do this blindly.
Yeah, I can do this one. I'll let you handle that.
Yeah. All right. All right, so we've got this back installed. Like I said, we didn't show it because we are hands full here. 4 screws, 2 on the side, 1 in the corner, 1 on the bottom underneath the carpet here. Fold that under, and then we're going to kind of massage this back down in place. Like I said, it's kind of a stiff carpet, so we're kind of go like that. And we'll go ahead and put these screws back in here and put the carpet back in. That's pretty much it. Like I said before, I took this off. You don't need to take this sidewall off. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and slap these 2 in here. They got a big washer. Like I said, a silly light. And
You're good to go.
so other than that, put that in there like that. There might be another one up on top here, which this car here has had some work done to it. So, I mean, I can't tell you if there's supposed to be another bracket here. I think there might be, but this car here, it's not there anymore. That's all I can say. I don't know don't know anything other than that. But these 2 here, get those in there, and it looks like it's installed. And we'll secure it down here with the number 3.
Oh, right here.
All right, so we've got our carpet all installed, our screws installed. We're just now putting our carpet here in. Other than that, that should be done down to this testing of it. So to test this, we're going to actually have to put the cluster back in and see if it works. So hopefully we won't have any issues with it, and we're going to go ahead and move on to that. So we've got the TPMS in now. So we're finished with that, and now we're going to go ahead and put the cluster in temporarily, because like I said, we're waiting on parts for it, and we're just going to test it out. I'm going to make sure make sure the needle zeroes out. Hopefully it does, and then make sure this right screen works, and we'll see if the TPMS, if we can reset it. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Probably Mark's going to grab that, and then it's going to take 2 of us to install this. And this is, like I said, had some aftermarket stuff installed on it. So yours not going to look like this, because this module here, this is not factory. And then these wires here are not factory. And this here is not factory. So the factory ones, I believe, are this, and this one here. And then there's one on the car side, I'm sure, that go over here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and set that in there and hook this all up. All right, so we've got the cluster just sitting here. And like I said, there's kind of reflection. I can't help that. But this is all not factory. Most of this stuff here, your car's not going to have this. It's a nightmare. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and install the ones that we know are factory. And we're just sitting here, and then we're going to bolt it down. So we're going to go from there. So we've got the cluster in temporarily. Everything seems like it's working. You see everything, it's zeroed out even. I'm going to go get another view here. Like I said, you're not going to have all that wiring up there like this. This is all aftermarket stuff. We're going to go come around here, and we've got some codes. We're hooking up the scanner right now, and we're seeing if we can clear them. The TPMS we're probably going to have to take for a ride.
We'll have to calibrate it.
And calibrate it. But as you can see, everything is working. The tach's at 0 now. The right instrument cluster screen is working where it wasn't before. Like I said, we still have a TPMS not calibrated, but that should be, hopefully that'll be corrected here in a minute. We do have the scanner on it. We do have some codes, but that's expected. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens, and we may have to take it for a spin here. So, our TPMS is not going out. So what we did find though on our report,
it's allowing us, it's getting to the point where we can calibrate it. But once we calibrate it, it goes into calibration and then it stops. It says it can't calibrate.
So it's saying here that one of the sensors, it says front rear right hand wheel sensor, which doesn't make sense, because how can you have a front and a rear? But it's not reading the front and the rear right hand. One of those sensors, I believe, is bad. If it's the battery is low,
or it's an antenna, could be an antenna for one of them.
Yeah, it could be.
We have to look that code up.
So what? Yeah, we'll have to look that code up. Other than that, everything else seems like it's working. Like I said, another problem was, like I said, his right display on its cluster was inoperative. So the repair shop did fix that, but we are still going to have to take it back out due to the inner bezel missing. They took the inner bezel off, and as you can see, it's lit up right now. This inner bezel here in this area is missing. So I'll have to take the cluster out and install that. Hopefully they still have it. So see, we've got the TPMS is temporarily inactive, and you'll have the engine stuff. That's because the car's off, but the light for the TPMS is still on too. I could probably start it here. Let's start it here. So the engine light should go out momentarily. Give it a second. So all we should have left here is the TPMS. And there it is. The engine light went out. Got the parking brake on. Monitor's working as advertised. Like I said, we believe that one of the sensors in the wheel may be bad, or the pickup is bad. We'll have to look up the code. He has, like these cameras he's installed, that's why you have all the extra wiring in Apple CarPlay. So, so you can see a backup camera there. That's your normal setting. And that's the front camera, as you can see. So, that's all aftermarket stuff that JML Audio did in St. Louis. And like I said, we had problems with the circuit board in the instrument cluster. Let me shut this off. And everything else seems like it's working. So other than that, I'm going to have to wait to see if the customer can get a hold of the company that rebuilt the cluster and see if they have that piece. Hopefully they still do. So otherwise, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, And then once we get that piece back in, we're going to put the hood, the top part, you know, the shield up here, the glare shield, or however you want to call that, part of the dash, back on. And then that should be about it. So anyway, we'll stop it here, and I may upload this video now and continue it when we get that part in, which probably would be at least a week or two. Depends on if they have it or not. So hey, thanks for watching, and we'll have some more stuff coming up. Like I said, we'll continue a video on this. We have a 355. Sometimes it's going to be coming in for a big service. Be pulling the motor on it, and then doing a few other things. But catch you next time. All right, so we did an update here to the video. We did get the TPMS module to start working. So what we ended up doing was we ended up bringing the tire pressure up to about 35 psi in all the tires. Normal pressure is around 29, I think, on the front and 30 on the back. So they're all like at 35 right now. And then when you do that, that may wake up the sensors. And then we end up taking it for a drive, and then we went up to the menu here, and then we went to setup, and then you would go down to TPMS calibrate, and then you should get another menu and go through there, follow the prompts, and then it should go into a calibration mode, and then you'll have to drive it, and then it may take up to 30 minutes is what it says. It did take quite a while, about 15 minutes, and then it did reset. So so we're gonna get back out of that. We're gonna go back here to the main, and we'll go up to status, and then we'll go over a couple pages here, and then now you can see the sensors now. Oh, they're around 32, so they're pretty close. They're a little high, not bad. We did drive it not too long ago, so we'll let it sit overnight and see where the tire pressures are. They may be within limits now, because you're going to check this when your tires are cold, and I believe it's pretty hot today. We're going to let that sit, and then see where they end up in the morning, and then we'll adjust at that time. So as of right now, the light is off. Everything is working properly.
GPS connected. Approaching marked location.
Okay, that's the obviously the radar system in that. But anyway, that is working properly now. The radio's working properly. The TAC is working. So all we're down to is we need this inner piece, like I said, for the cluster. Hopefully the people that did the repair work have it, because it was on there when we sent it out. So we'll have to remove this cluster again. It's just in here temporarily with just a few screws, and then we'll show that on how that comes apart, and then we'll show you how it gets all reinstalled. But we're going to conclude this video. I know that we said that earlier, but I just kind of wanted this update before I upload it, and we'll go from there. And like I said, I'll shoot another video when we take this out, reinstall that piece that's missing, and then reinstall everything. But anyway, I'll catch you when we do that. See ya.